I guess this is going to be part two on the videotape. It's still the 20th of December 2023 at Weaver City, Roseman, California. To artist in recovery and Beau of the fifth column. You two gentlemen, you drive me crazy. Weaver City, Roseman, California. It's still the 20th. And right now it's about 16 after. Actually, about 10:16 at night, West Coast time. The Pope? Really? Eric, Eric, I swear to God, dude. Why are we touching that one? You're running out of interesting things to talk about? Is there not enough stuff in the political world that'll drive you insane at this point? We got the holiday season when people are trying to kill each other left and right. We got murder still happening at this point. We still got accidents happening. Oh, yes, and the Grinch is still out there driving people crazy, but I don't suppose you want to talk about him in the first place. And you, Mr. Artist in Recovery, we're going to be getting up at the crack of dawn, or actually be able, not even the crack of dawn, and just trying to see if anything else is left on TMZ to entice the audience. Yes, why don't we entice the audience one more time by trying to tell them about how screwed up Donald Trump is and how he's trying to promote more acid reflux in everybody these days. He wants hatred, he wants anger, he wants this stuff because he wants his power back. That's how autocrats work, guys. Piss people off enough where they're starting to hate each other, and then he can use that anger and hatred and lasso people. That's how the autocrats keep in power. The elites still stay on the top, supported by the schmucks down below. Have to keep the distrust, have to keep stress going, have to keep all the crap going down below so they don't come up on the top. God forbid they should actually have an intelligent thought down below in order to climb that pyramid to get to the top. And now we're seeing that's what's happening with Trump. Republicans are trying to do that, aren't they? Yeah, I've been trying to keep track of that. Not to mention how the volume is dying down in Greenvik. About the lava out there. It's still coming out, but not as much. So it's dying out. Give it about another week or two, I think. Then it'll be cooling off, and then everybody else is going to be doing damage control in Iceland on that one. But how do we do damage control in our Congress? We already screwed over Ukraine. We already screwed over our commitments right now as it is. And we already screwed over the commitments in Israel. Simply put, we have a Congress is a do nothing. Decided to take the winter break right now, and then they're going to be dealing with their constituents. My area, Kern County, has to deal with. Oh, I'm sorry. Who do we deal with? We deal with nobody. Our particular fearless leader of our area ditched on us and on the country because 20 years wasn't enough in service, and he touched the pinnacle, and then he couldn't deal with it because everyone else wanted his ass. Well, welcome to the elitism, schmuck. How's that for a Grinchmas Christmas present right there? How about that one? And Trump is pissed off because Colorado wouldn't allow him on the state ballot. The state Supreme Court said to him. So now they're whining over to the Supreme Court of the United States, pleading, please, I need to be put on here. The voters will support me. Even though I want all this nice division and derision going on, don't you know? It's everyone else's fault. It's everyone else's fault at this point over here. You gotta put me on there. You gotta put me on there. The voters will put me on here because I need to get this damn thing going on. Don't you understand? I need to get this tension going on. I put you schmucks on there already. You owe me. Mm-hmm. So that's how we got Trump going right now. And that's how the followers are going at this point. And then you hear somebody, sycophants and trumplicants are blaming Joe Biden all the damn time because it's his fault, it's his fault. Don't you understand? It's his fault. It's even Obama's fault. Let's touch on that one, shall we? President Obama left office after his 2 terms were done, and then we had the old gas bag come in there, and then screwing things over left and right, not to mention causing a hell of a lot of division and derision. But then everybody else would be blaming Obama because he was the first black president in the United States. How dare he? Is he even legal? Where's his birth certificate? Apparently the state of Hawaii doesn't have the typical birth certificates other people would have in different states. But it is official documents. When Obama got in office, or when he was running, Trump was going off of his mouth. He already had a political aspirations going on during that time. Why else would you go after a political opponent? Even before you started running, you were already running. That's what the gas bag did. He wanted to lay the groundwork. He really touched stuff on a lot of people's nerves on that one, to the point where we got what we have right now. Medias are going crazy because we're thinking democracy is crashing on us. Did they actually started thinking a long time ago, when the Constitution was just an idea in 4 or 5 people's brain cells, that maybe we will have some kind of political tension like this? I mean, the Fourth Amendment coming up there was definitely needed. If we were showing that we had political opponents declaring war on the United States, I think the 14th Amendment came after Civil War. Question: what happens if back then, 1864, if Lee didn't surrender? Would he still have been crushed, or would he have been able, by some weird-ass miracle, to make the Union surrender? Would he have been able to get the several states secede from an already fragile Union? And then how would the Union be during those days, I wonder? But since that didn't happen, we can only suppose about it. Slavery would still have been an issue. Civil rights would not be coming out. Our economic powerhouse would be in jeopardy. Not to mention, we would have problems with concerning about food sources. If not enough food was being generated up in the north, we still had to depend upon it on the south. But also we had to depend upon textiles in the south as well for the northern consumption. And other places. It was not just economics. It was also human issues. A lot of factors about the Civil War. If it had been successful, our Union would not be as it is right now. We have a gas bag still saying that it's all the immigrants' fault. We have to find fault with something because we can't find anything to fix. What I'm going to rephrase on that one is, we can't find anything else we need to do at this point over here to fix our country. But we can put the blame on everybody else. That's the only thing we can do. Our economics are going crazy at this point over here. We're still trying to struggle with that, and our inflation rate is still, they're still trying to hold it, rein it in. Some prices are going up. But the job numbers, the job losses are decreasing, and the job increases, positions are being filled. So we have that going. People are still trying to work on the cost of living adjustments. So we are struggling in trying to make this country profitable. Hopefully to a point where we can try getting the deficit spending petered out, maybe even relieved, released, decreased, where we get into the get out of the red and into the black. But with all this deficit spending, all this tax cut, money going to the rich more and more, and our economy sinking fast, they'll still be blaming other people coming in into the country. It's their fault. It's always their fault. Why is it our fault? They made us lose our jobs. Now they're over here taking our jobs away from us. Are they? Or are we just too damn lazy to do the low wage? We want the good jobs. We don't want it to be a garbage picker upper. Well, why not? Somebody's got to do it. Well, that's someone else do it, but not me. I'm too special. And that's the problem with us Americans. We think we're too damn special. Immigrants coming over here know how to hustle their ass off. But we're too damn elitist in our own damn brains. No wonder we're getting screwed over left and right. We're doing it to ourselves. How dare I say that? Oh, say it again. How dare I say that? Who the hell you think you are? Ha ha ha. People been watching the videos. No, why would I want to watch your videos? I mean, yeah. And have a nice conniption fit to you too. Just go off and have breathing issues. Have your brain melted down. Be my guest. Meanwhile, the videos I've done have already told you about my past. How I came to be. So we want to do a short and sweet, or dirty on this one. Ma was struggling with a kid already. I came out with medical issues. My brother already had other issues. Older brother. I came out with more medical issues and more expenses than she could handle. She had to have somebody else helping with her with the insurance and with the payments. I'm glad she had. Medical coverage back then was still expensive back in the 60s and 70s. She struggled at different jobs. She also struggled with state aid to take care of a couple of aunts, an aunt and a grandmother, both elderly, both on Social Security. And she was designated caregiver until their time of their deaths. And she also had medical issues regarding during those days. I know what it's like to live on food stamps. I know what it's like to have a household that has a paycheck coming through it. I know what it's like to deal with employers and being a temp, different jobs. I know what it's like being an office schlub, a call care agent, retail health clerk. I know what it's like to deal with the bureaucracy of trying to survive on food stamps and give loan outs from a county and then paying them back out of disability and being on disability after that. So I understand about fixed income. I know it because I've been through it and still going through it. It's not that I'm looking at everyone else and saying my lot in life, I blame everybody else for it. No, it just happens. It just is. And I'm not going to be stressing over the damn shit. Everyone else is stressing over the damn bullshit. They think, oh my God, what kind of a life we got right now? This is bullshit. I blame the other guys for this. It's their fault. Is it? Really? You can't take accountability or responsibility or transparency? Wimp. Yeah, wimp. I called you. It's not being a man or manly. It just understand that you have things you have to take care of and have to work on survival. And if certain aspects are coming up and certain choices are here that you don't like, well, either you find the other choices or you're going to have to deal with what you got and just work with it. It's not that easy. It's not supposed to be easy. If it was supposed to be easy and everyone else would be doing it, and no one else would be complaining about it, except maybe it was too easy for everybody else. Of course, it could have been uniform and being easy, and then we would be considered either socialist or communist. But we live in a capitalist society, don't we? We want to be better than the other schmuck. We want more money. We want. We're so damn greedy and selfish and self-centered and egotistical and maniacal that, we don't care about the other person. We'll fake it, but we won't make it. I'm calling everybody on that one. Okay, enough said on this one. I got to take care of a dog, if you don't mind.